Hi everyone, it's Show here. As you know, we have been fighting to protect the constitutional right to free speech for the more than 170 million Americans who use our platform every day. On behalf of everyone at TikTok and all our users across the country, I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us to find a solution that keeps TikTok available in the United States. This is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. As we've said, TikTok is a place where people can create communities, discover new interests, and express themselves, including over 7 million American businesses who earn a living and gain new customers using our platform. To all American users, thank you for making our TikTok community such a rich and vibrant space, for surprising and delighting us every day. Rest assured, we will do everything in our power to ensure our platform thrives as your online home for limitless creativity and discovery.
Update on the TikTok ban. It looks like the email that was going viral earlier talking about the TikTok app going down at 8:30 p.m. Eastern is now no longer valid, and we don't know when TikTok is going dark. So I showed you all this email that I got earlier talking about TikTok going down at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Well, now I just got a new updated email saying TikTok has now confirmed that the prior statement that was received from them is no longer valid. They said, emailed, the following to us. We will share official company communications with users, creators, and partners when plans are finalized. And to them, that means that there are still internal discussions and that the 8:30 p.m. Eastern time is no longer valid. Either way, TikTok is still supposed to go down at 12 o'clock midnight, but it may also go down at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I'm going to go live here at 7:30, and we're going to write out the last hour in case this other email was also a lie and TikTok really does go down at 8:30.
Breaking news from the Supreme Court. With a TikTok ban set to take effect Sunday, the justices have just handed down their decision on this controversial law, a decision that affects some 170 million Americans who currently use the app.
So the court has upheld the ban, so TikTok will not be allowed in the United States. These fines would go into place, but Joe Biden, the president, has said that for the one day that this would be effective before he leaves office as president of the United States, that he is not going to enforce that. So the law itself has been upheld. This is a major blow for TikTok, and overall it will be removed. The App Store will have to remove the app. The app will no longer update to existing accounts. And essentially it will become defunct within a matter of months if enforced. But Donald Trump, of course, he has expressed some support for TikTok. In fact, one of the chief executives is coming to Trump's inauguration, and he has asked, he had an unusual filing before he actually became president to sort of give him room to make an ultimate decision on how this will play out going forward. Here's a quote that we have from the Supreme Court ruling: "There is no doubt that for more than 170 million Americans, TikTok offers a distinctive and expansive outlet for expression, means of engagement, and source of community. But Congress has determined that disinvestiture is necessary to address its well-supported national security concerns regarding TikTok's data collection practices and relationship with a foreign adversary, meaning China. For the foregoing reasons, we conclude that the challenge provisions do not violate petitioners' First Amendment rights." And they said that the judgment of the United States Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit has been affirmed. It is so ordered. So that is a major blow for TikTok and obviously its fans across the country, and we're going to have to see how this is going to play out once Donald Trump takes office.
On January 17th, just yesterday, we got the notification from the Supreme Court that they had decided to uphold the congressional ban on TikTok unless ByteDance can sell TikTok by the statutory deadline of January 19th, which those looking at their calendars will know that is tomorrow. So, okay, what happens now? Well, we heard from TikTok. They said in a statement that unless the Biden administration, which is still in office until at least Monday, immediately provides a definitive statement, TikTok will be forced to go dark on January 19th. So the company is saying you will not be able to scroll come tomorrow. The White House responding just this afternoon saying it is a stunt. We see no reason for TikTok or other companies to take actions in the next few days before the Trump administration takes office on Monday. They are passing the statutory hot potato to the Trump administration, which sounds like TikTok will therefore not operate at least on Sunday. But what happens on Monday? We have a new president, and we just heard in an exclusive conversation with our Kristen Welker, again, moderator of Meet the Press, that Trump says he will most likely give TikTok a 90-day extension to avoid the ban, also telling Kristen Welker that if he does so, he would likely make that announcement on Monday, on Inauguration Day. So whether or not TikTok, though, comes back online on Monday is an open question, but just there's so many things up in the air, but it does sound like effective tomorrow. You might not be able to scroll on the app.
Big TikTok rumor, okay? Today is the day that TikTok is meant to shut down in the United States. I'm not sure exactly what time, but rumor has it, it's not actually the platform that is shutting down, but instead the creators that are creating content on the platform, they're being shut down. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what time that's...
How do you plan to stop the ban on TikTok next month?
Who?
How do you plan to stop the ban on TikTok next month?
We'll take a look at TikTok. You know, I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok because I won youth by 34 points. And there are those that say that TikTok had something to do with that. Now, Joe Rogan did, and some of the other people that were recommended by my son Barron, he knew names. I said, who is that? Tell me, who's that? Dad, you got to be kidding. I can't believe you don't know. And I did those interviews, and it was actually sort of cute. Do you want to know the truth? But we did them. And that had an impact, but TikTok had an impact, and so we're taking a look at it.
Nobody will fucking answer the question, what happens to our data? What happens to our accounts? What happens to all the fucking hard work we put in? Brick by fucking brick. TikTok would be fucking stupid to go dark and delete all of our user data for 24 hours to make a point, and then 24 hours later when they turn the lights back on, surprise, you all have to start the fuck over. TikTok, we make them money. The amount of products I sell in one fucking year on this app and the amount of money that I make, I'm making a lot of money for a lot of people. And they're gonna just wipe everything out in one day? They're gonna wipe it all out, just whoop. TikTok's gonna turn their lights off. They're gonna go dark. We're gonna lose all of our data. And then when TikTok comes back on, it says, hi, would you like to create a fucking account? No, I would fucking not. If I have to start over, let me tell you something. I'm doing it different. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. I'm not pouring my heart and soul into any one app. I will literally go to every app and do a little bit and slowly build what I have going on. I already have brand deals for 2025. I'm on a retainer, baby. I make quality content. It really doesn't matter how many followers I have because the brands are gonna pay to boost the videos anyways. It really doesn't matter if I have one follower or if I have almost 700,000. And what I'm also annoyed about is that if TikTok cares about us, which I kind of feel like they fucking don't, I wish they would tell us, hey, creators, thank you so much for making this platform what it is, making this app what it is. Thank you so much for that. We are going to protect all of your data, your user data, in a server in fucking Kentucky. I don't know. Why are they not telling us what they're going to do with our data? Why are they saying, oh, well, looky here. Your little government hates you, so we're going to go dark and who knows what's going to happen to you. It's like they want us to fucking feel scared. Like, I have connections to TikTok. I have literally asked this question to people that fucking work at TikTok that are supposed to be on my side. Nobody will fucking answer the question, what happens to our data? Nobody wants us to know. They want us to be scared. If we're scared, we're making videos. We're fighting. We're getting mad at the government. All fucking pissing me off. Everybody's pissing me off. Trump's pissing me off. Biden's pissing me off. TikTok's pissing me off. Fucking shows pissing me off. All these little news people are pissing me off. Breaking news. And then they don't give me anything. They give me nothing. They don't tell me what's going to happen to me. They tell me what's going to happen to TikTok. We want to know, the creators want to know what is happening to our accounts. Somebody fucking answer the question. Love you, bye.
It's unfortunate TikTok app is going to get banned. I'm going to miss the TikTok shop. I'm going to miss the free cooking tutorials. I'm gonna miss the stuff they would sell to look like. They would make videos about the stuff they're selling, and you'll click on it and how cheap it was. Like, I would look up that same item on Amazon, and it's significantly, like, sometimes it would be like $30 to $40 more expensive on Amazon than a TikTok shop. Of course, you're probably buying, the shipping, but stuff was so cheap on TikTok shop. And I'm gonna miss the little, even though it's a little annoying little TikTok dances, man. And oh, you gonna do the TikTok challenge? That's over with. I don't know what we're gonna do. I know YouTube trying to copy, YouTube Short trying to copy the TikTok swag and all that, but we'll see, man. Hopefully this is temporary, and maybe we can, maybe we'll be laughing about this later on in the year. We'll see, though.
The Biden administration did not release enough information to make TikTok, the Google Play Store, and the Apple Play Store comfortable that they would not receive any fines or penalties for keeping the app functional. So until Trump takes office, they're going to go completely dark. So I think it's about 36 hours that we're going to be dark for.
When you try to log into the app on Sunday, you will not be able to. It will be completely smoked in the United States. So make sure you do save your drafts. A lot of people have asked if I think this ban is permanent. I don't. I think that Donald Trump's going to come in, and it'll be a big win for his administration to either delay the ban by 3 months or whatever it may be. But either way, this is the most disappointing thing, I think, in my time as an American citizen. I mean, it is a silencing of the town square. It is an unconstitutional land grab straight out of the playbook of fascist China, because they've literally done that. They've literally banned TikTok in mainland China. And here we are following their playbook. And that should concern you. Politics, once again, have reminded us that it is not left versus right. It is top versus bottom. And all the institutions that are threatened at the top, Meta, other social media platforms, Amazon, Netflix, movie studios, the music industry, they're all lobbying millions of dollars to get this place shut down. And that should concern you. It should not only concern you that congressmen are taking millions of dollars to shut it down, but Meta is one of the largest owned stocks, which means even if they didn't take lobby money, they stand to have their bags explode as Meta makes billions of dollars from the shutdown. That should concern you. And to all my creators out there who have turned this into their way of making a living, or have built an audience and feel like it's over and they can't do it again, that's bullshit. You can do it. You've done it before. You can do it again. Just fucking suck it up, man. It is what it is. The greatest country on earth is crumbling beneath your feet, and you have to adapt. So
TikTok will be shutting down midnight Saturday, January 18th. That's it. Rest in peace, TikTok. This is their official statement. Statement on possible shutdown. The statements issued today by both the Biden White House and the Department of Justice have failed to provide the necessary clarity and assurance to the service providers that are integral to maintaining TikTok's availability to over 170 million Americans. Unless the Biden administration immediately provides a definitive statement to satisfy the most critical service providers assuring non-enforcement, unfortunately, TikTok will be forced to go dark on January 19th. So that's it. The government wins. They take away TikTok. All of our free speech, everything that this app means, including livelihoods to millions of Americans, gone. So yeah, this is rest in peace. TikTok, goodbye. It might come back, Trump might do something, but on Saturday at midnight, this thing is going dark, it's gone. I might see you on the 20th, 21st, who knows? But officially from TikTok, it goes dark Saturday at midnight.
Victor, this is just breaking right now. Bloomberg is reporting that Chinese officials are evaluating a potential sale of TikTok's U.S. ops to Elon Musk before the app gets banned in the United States. Oh my God. Oh man. Okay. The heads are exploding across the globe. Okay. I thought there were a lot of people who were interested in buying it. Kevin O'Leary's group and some others, but he can stroke the check.
If the government bans TikTok, I'm not going to pay my taxes.
And listen, my friend, if the IRS comes after you, send them to the TikTok attorney. Just be like, call the TikTok attorney. He's going to represent me. Call it. I mean, it's in my name. TikTok attorney. What's going to happen if they ban TikTok? Huh? I'll just be attorney. Which is boring. Like, who wants to be attorney when you could be the TikTok attorney? It has a ring to it. No, I support you completely. No, maybe I'll stop paying my taxes too. Me and you, we could just be side by side in prison. They'll ask us what happened. We said, well, they banned TikTok, so we stop paying taxes, Normal things. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't understand. Okay, so I've calmed down a little bit, and I've given it some thought, and I would not do well in prison. You know what I mean? Like, I work out, but I'm not like alpha male. You know what I mean? I'll be someone's bitch, which would be horrible. So let's keep paying our taxes, but let's do so in protest. Like, let's pay our taxes with a strongly worded note at the end. Like, politicians banning TikTok is ridiculous. Send! That's how they'll know we're serious. Strongly worded note. This is crazy. Oh, God.
India banned the use of TikTok in their country in 2020. New Zealand has banned the installation of TikTok on devices connected to the country's parliamentary network. Canada banned the installation of TikTok on government devices. The United Kingdom has banned the TikTok app from government-owned devices. Belgium banned the TikTok from government phones. The European Union banned the installation of TikTok on government devices. All cited security risks with the company's data collection and connection to the Chinese Communist Party. Recently, our U.S. FBI Director Christopher Wray said about TikTok, quote, "This is a tool that is ultimately within the control of the Chinese government, and to me, it screams out with national security concerns." Mr. Chu, how can all of these countries and our own FBI director have been wrong?
I think a lot of risks that are pointed out are hypothetical and theoretical risks. I have not seen any evidence. I'm, eagerly awaiting discussions where we can talk about evidence, and we then can address the concerns that are being raised.
Yes, my next question revolves around an article. India banned TikTok in 2020. A March 21st Forbes article revealed how troves of personal data of Indian citizens who once used TikTok remain widely accessible to employees at the company and its Beijing-based parent ByteDance. A current TikTok employee told Forbes that nearly anyone with basic access to company tools, including employees in China, can easily look up the closest contacts and other sensitive information about any user. This current TikTok employee also said, quote, "If you want to start a movement, if you want to divide people, if you want to do any of the operation to influence the public on the app, you can just use that information to target those groups." Why would Mr. Chu, why would a current TikTok employee say this if it wasn't true?
This is a recent article. I have asked my team to look into it. As far as I know, we have rigorous data access protocols. There's really no such thing where anybody can get access to tools.
All right.
So I disagree with a lot of the conclusions of that.
Madam Chair, I request unanimous consent that the Forbes March 21st, 2023 article be added to the record.
Without objection.
And I have, would like to turn over the rest of my time to Mr. Abernoldi.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Chu, I'd like to
What do you think of the TikTok CEO coming to inauguration?
Not my favorite thing. Not my favorite thing.
Thank you.
What's your reaction to the TikTok CEO coming to Trump's inauguration?
I don't get it. 80% of the Congress, Democrats and Republicans, agreed that TikTok is a huge national security concern. I can't think of a potentially more powerful propaganda tool. We'll see if there's, if 90 more days can get a deal done. I was a business guy longer than I've been a politician. I'm open to that. But the idea of simply kicking the can and continuing to have this national security issue, I don't know how that sits with the rhetoric out of the new administration, they're going to be tough on China.
So if you haven't already heard, the TikTok ban is going through January 19th. I mean, it is what it is. We kind of already knew it was going to happen. Land of the free. Banning an app that nobody wants to be banned because of corporate greed and politician interest. Ironically enough, the two presidential candidates used TikTok for their campaign, and it wasn't a threat while they were using it. But all of a sudden, it's a threat now.
TikTok single-handedly changed my life.
I want to thank you for giving me a platform to share my story on how I live with Parkinson's disease.
It had its entertaining moments. It had its gut-wrenching moments.
I was diagnosed with an incurable illness. Thought it was kind of funny to make light of my situation. But one of you guys took that video very seriously. And that person's name is Savannah. I received Savannah's kidney. It is a sacrifice I will never take for granted.
As a platform, TikTok has taught me so much more than other platforms.
Through it all, there was always a video or a creator who would make something. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought I was the only one.
Because of the app, I paid off all my debt. And ever since then, I've been living the best life I can ever live.
I'm a 72-year-old woman and 24/7 caretaker for my husband. TikTok is my outlet. It's been a wonderful way to have some kind of connection and community.
No, this will not be replicated anywhere else. What TikTok is doing is 100% unique. And if TikTok goes away, everything that we've built together will also go away.
I've generated some awareness for Parkinson's, for fitness.
Gave me the opportunity to educate millions of women about how to be better with money.
And I'm so glad that this app brought us together.
These are people using their skills, using their creativity, using their labor to help other people, and then thousands, tens of thousands, millions of other people saying, yeah, I really appreciate what you're doing and I want to help.
Thank you, because my life changed thanks to TikTok.
This community, and when I say community, I don't say that lightly, has changed my entire life.
No one is talking about the more than 7 million small business owners in the United States who are using TikTok Shop as their route to market.
2023 alone, TikTok added more than 200,000 jobs to the U.S. economy and contributed more than $24 billion.
This app saved bookstores, it saved small businesses, it's saved restaurants.
I can tell you as a small business owner, TikTok has been completely life-changing for us.
There's hundreds of thousands of people on here that make a living just off of TikTok.
I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude as I'm going to drop off all of these orders. Y'all's support has truly changed my family's life.
Me being able to quit my 9-to-5 and go full-time with my small business, I have to owe a lot of that to TikTok.
It's been absolutely wild to see how TikTok has made our nerdy pottery mug company successful.
I've spent like 5 years on here building up my brand and my TikTok and my small business. This thing has been paying my bills because of you guys. Like, that's insane.
I found the people all across the United States who wanted to buy my product. It was like magic.
What is going to happen to all these small businesses if that goes away overnight?
Creators like, for example, Keith Lee going and reviewing restaurants and changing people's lives.
A pizza shop that was on the verge of closing, literally a week away from closing, is still open to this day. The owner of a woman-owned banana pudding shop in the middle of Texas was on live crying about how she literally couldn't pay her bills or feed her family. She just opened a second location, and nothing or nobody is going to stop me from doing that.
Yeah, it's becoming clear that TikTok and Meta are engaged or have reached some sort of partnership deal, whether it is a data partnership, whether it is the integrations we're seeing so far, but that's clear. And even calling it Meta is like, it's the government. Like, Zuckerberg was dragged in front of Congress and grilled in the same way that Show was grilled a couple years ago. And he caved. He caved to like Trump's first admin, and he became a shill for them. And the reason why his apps suck from a creator standpoint, from a user standpoint, is because government data access was the priority, and the second priority then became like commercial client access, advertiser access to our data. And here we are in an hour and a half when this app goes dark. If it is at 8:30 EST, 5:30 PST, it's going dark probably for migration. And when the app comes back online, we're probably going to have new T's and C's. And I don't know, should we feel grateful, anytime this happens and our pagers don't blow up? I guess, yeah. But also it's like, it's a 3-day weekend. The stock market is closed on Monday because it's a federal holiday for MLK Day. And so anyone who catches on to this, who's not in Congress, who's not in government, who's had insider info and was able to insider trade prior to this, but anyone who catches on to this, who wants to buy stocks or sell their stocks, isn't going to be able to even do that, to initiate a trade or buy until Tuesday anyway. It's dark shit, and it sucks. Thorin Bradley, who does the axe cutting on here, made a video talking about what it means for people who are creators, who have built audience, what it means for our audiences, but also us as individuals. We like being on this app. I love being on TikTok, and so that changes how I'm going to use this app. And many creators are one-sided creators. I think you use the word post and ghost creators. They're in they create a bubble and a brand for themselves, and it doesn't matter because they're driven by views and money, and they pop up anywhere and don't mind popping up anywhere. But if you have a bit of a real connection, an honest celebrity or an influencer who has moved into celebrity, you view this differently. You view what you used to like in terms of authenticity and access differently than just being able to post your outfits and go and just, collect your checks with every brand deal and every, and whenever the month closes. But yeah, it's fuck Mark Zuckerberg. Am I happy to have potentially have TikTok saved? Not really at this point. Was Show having to play some sort of concession heavy long game that includes groveling and lifting up white supremacists in his replies? Maybe, probably, but it's at what fucking cost? At what cost, really?
This feels like the last day of school, senior year, 10 minutes before the bell rings, and everybody's trying to get their yearbook signed. Much like on the last day of senior year, 10 minutes before the bell rings, I am almost in tears. Rumor has it servers could be going down as early as 8:30 p.m. EST. Some say as late as midnight. Some say never. Regardless, if you get nothing else from me and nothing else from this page and nothing else from this channel, go out there and be good, empathetic people like I know you are and know that you can be. Continue unlearning and continue building community. Clearly, community is important. Clearly, community has an impact. Otherwise, they wouldn't be trying to take it away. So just go out there and be just as amazing as you think you can be.
Well, I have officially started to thank people for supporting me on different platforms. And I just want to say thank you for everyone that supported me here and is going to support me on those other platforms. Now, the TikTok apparently is going to be gone at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So I won't be able to post anything between now and then since I'm on daddy daycare and I'm, solo parenting this weekend. But I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, everything that has happened on this app, everyone that I've met because of this incredible experience of becoming a full-time content creator, and just so much more. It's hard to put into words in such a small amount of time, but I just wanted to say thank you again for watching. And
I do believe that banning a social media app like TikTok is a violation of the First Amendment. I haven't had a chance to read the ruling yet, but very disappointed. 170 million Americans express themselves on TikTok on a daily basis, and it's just wrong for the government to ban it. Most of the reasons the government banned it were based on accusations, not proof. I've never been tried and found guilty of sharing information with a communist government or any of that. They've actually offered, through our Foreign Investment Committee that oversees foreign investments, they've offered to have the data here. They've offered to work with Oracle to house the data in the United States. They've offered to have an American board. In fact, it's misreported that it's a Chinese company to begin with. It's owned, 60% of the company is owned by international investors. But disappointing. I don't think the battle's over yet, though. I'm hopeful that President Trump, in coming in, can have some ability. It sounds like Biden left the door open, perhaps, for some executive action from President Trump, and I hope that's what will happen.
Is nobody else, scared of losing TikTok? I feel like I'm over here so sad, and everyone just seems so chill and put together about the fact that this app is going away. But I'm not. This app is literally my comfort app. My main account, literally, I have things from 2015 Musical.ly. It's my digital diary. My For You page knows me so well. I use this app for so much advice, news, recommendations. The thought of it just being gone is sad. And yeah, I know I sound probably so crazy right now, but I'm just genuinely so sad.
So TikTok is officially getting banned and going dark tonight at midnight. And let me start by saying that I really greatly appreciate all the love and support that I've gotten while making content over the last few years. It's really sad that it has to end this way, but the American people and the people who disagree with this ban have done everything that they possibly could. So unfortunately, it just is what it is. I'll still be on Instagram where you can DM me about topics or events that you want me to research and talk about. And I'll also continue making content on YouTube. So if either of those interest you, I left the link to my socials in my bio. If not, thank you again for joining me on this journey, and I really hope each and every one of you achieve your goals and find success wherever you choose to go. God bless.
And to the US government, I'm never forgiving you for this. And I'm never going to trust you ever again because you just, like that, took away millions of people's income and livelihood. And who does that? So I'm never trusting you ever again with anything.
So I'm starting to give up hope that there's going to be a Hail Mary moment at the end of this that's going to save this app.
I feel so dumb coming on the internet and crying about an app, but the fact is that this has been a sense of community for me for years now, and it got me through really, really hard times in my life. The pandemic, losing my job, all of that, getting divorced, like all of this crap that's happened to me in the last 5 years since I've been on here. Hours and hours and hours of time I put into creating stuff for this platform. And I'm not the biggest creator on here. Like, I'm not like, I don't have 3 million followers or 10 million followers, but I do have a platform. It's the biggest platform I have. And I worked really hard to make it. On top of that, it's been a source of income for me for going on 3 years now. First, it was just a little bit, but then it got to be more. I'm not like rich off of it, but it has significantly helped my income every month. Hi, Halloumi. And it's been consistent enough that like I've been able to rely on it. So like on top of being just sad that I'm losing my creative outlet and my platform, I'm like worried about like what I'm gonna do financially. And I know like I'll figure it out. Like I've had to do that a million times in my life. Like I'm an artist, I've had to figure it out a million times, but it just like, it sucks that I have to, or that any of us have to. It's so unfair. This is so much more than just an app. Like this is really truly a sense of community that there is nowhere else on the internet. And like, yes, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Red Note now, I'm on Lemonade. I don't even know what that is, but I have 13,000 followers on there. I've literally only logged in twice. But I know that none of it's going to be the same. I know none of it's going to be the same. So I guess if this goes away, and for those of you that I don't see on the other apps, I want to say like, thank you. Thank you to the community that I've had, my little community. I had such a small little corner of TikTok, but it was really beautiful. And I really appreciate all of you guys. All the people that comment on all my videos, even when my views were down and I wasn't getting views, people that would comment, and I always saw you, the same people. I know who you guys all are, and I love you all so much. And I'm so appreciative for the time that we've had. And I can't believe I'm crying like this on the internet. It feels like the pandemic. I haven't done this since then. But it feels like I'm losing like a really good friend. And that sucks.
It feels like we're all just waiting for literally like the last few minutes of TikTok. I keep seeing stuff on my For You page like, oh, it's closing at 8:30, it's closing at 10:30, it's closing at 11:59, and it's like we're all just reminiscing as if we're in a hospital room, holding hands with the patient, just waiting for that last breath. And man, what a time that this app has brought so many different things to so many different people. For me, well before the Who the F Did I Marry, TikTok got me through the pandemic. Like just seeing videos of people, you know, playing music to pass the time because they were quarantined and shut in. I am not even gonna lie, I scroll TikTok at work. It calms my nerves. If I'm going somewhere and I don't know, you know, anything about it, the first thing I do is go to TikTok, look up hotels, look up restaurants. Then I look up like room tours of the hotel. TikTok literally has replaced me going to YouTube and looking up something. It has replaced me doing a Google search on how to do something. TikTok really was like my all in all go-to for everything. And that's just for me. But one of the things that I feel really, really, really strongly about, I have seen a lot of comments and a lot of DMs that came in my inbox from people who were like, TikTok was my community. And there are people, how do I say this nicely? There are people who live a very solitude life. They don't have family close by. They really may not have friends. And so for them, TikTok and all of us were their friends. And those are the people that I think about when this app goes dark, because let's not forget that TikTok probably helped a lot of people who were fighting depression, who were fighting a lot of just emotional and just mental things that were going on. And you never know what someone's going through. But to the people who I've seen in the comments who were like, I live by myself. I know one lady said that, her spouse died. She doesn't have friends, and TikTok was her friends. Those people, I hope in my heart that they know someone does care about you. Someone does love you, and you're not by yourself. I hope, and I say this even to myself, as we move forward without our community, because I understand Red Note is nice, and those of us who are on there, it's a nice community, but it's not the same. Instagram, please. Facebook, child, bye. Let us remember we're not alone. This app has shown us there is always someone who can relate to what you're going through. So even though I have not met all of those people who are in the DMs and in the comments, if this comes across your For You page and you are someone where TikTok was your best friend. Number one, it's okay that you feel that way. And number two, please know that you matter and you're not by yourself. It's hard for all of us on different levels, but I do respect the fact that for some people, it's even harder because it does feel like a very heavy loss to them. Forget about the whole national security, whether or not people are going to get their paycheck on the 15th. And I understand those things matter. But I haven't seen a lot of videos pointing out to people who this meant something of a great personal deal to them emotionally. And, we all have our funny memories of TikTok. There are some people I have come across. I've seen videos, Lord knows, in February and March. I saw TikTok lives all about me and videos about me, and it wasn't fun. There are some creators I will not miss. Let's just be real. We all have that creator that we're like, child, I ain't gonna miss you. And then there are some that I'm genuinely going to miss who made an impact. Whether it was funny or whether it was thought-provoking, they made an impact. But overall, to the people who this ban is scary to you, this ban is personal to you, please know that you're not by yourself. Even if it feels like you are not by yourself. So, yeah, I'm gonna just keep strolling. I'm just keep scrolling until I can't scroll no more. And I'm gonna watch football. And tomorrow, because it's a habit, I'm gonna get up and probably try to open my TikTok and be like, oh shit, it's really gone. So let's all grab our water bottles or our Stella Rosa and give a final toast to TikTok. Thank you.
Y'all, I went to work today. But that ain't the bad part. The bad part is I went to work yesterday too. That's not the worst part. The worst part is I gotta go to work tomorrow. And I work a double. Making money. making money. It don't work. That do not work. I'm gonna call out. No, I'm not gonna call out. I'm gonna go because I need money.
Okay, I think I'm good now. I just had to let that out, but I don't know if this feeling is gonna last. We'll see how I feel in the morning.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. What can I get started for you?
Wait, aren't you that guy from TikTok?
I used to be, back in the day. What can I get started for you?
Can I please get a venti hot chai latte, extra hot, no foam, 190 degrees?
Venti hot chai latte, extra hot, no foam, 190 degrees.
Why are you talking so slow?
Excuse me? You can I love my job.
You're gonna want to keep this job after this ban goes through.
Could you just say it a little slower?
Can I please have a venti hot chai latte? Is my coffee almost ready? I feel like it's been forever.
As you can see, it's literally fucking brewing right now. Oh, that smell like shit. Alright, sir, here's your venti chai.
I think I asked for whip with that.
Actually, I think I'm gonna quit.
What are you gonna do? Go back to TikTok?
That'll be right up for you. Just give me 1 second.
Everybody else around the world, Russians, Hispanic, Caribbeans, Africans, Asians, have been trying to tell American people for years on this app that your country ain't shit, and you didn't believe us. We have been trying to tell these people for years that America is that one country in 5 Gucci belts with no side tooth, and you lot didn't want to hear us. It took an app to make you realize that compared to everybody else around the world, you can't afford food. It took an app to make these people understand that unlike them, everybody else around the world have universal healthcare. It took an app to make these people realize that unlike everybody else in the Western world, include themselves, the rest of us ain't dealing with shit like credit. We actually own shit back home. I wonder what they're gonna do when they find out that in certain countries, you don't even need a card to pay for things, nor do you need contactless. You can just use your hands. Why do you think the leaders of your so-called free world have spent years and years invading other people's country with their troops? Why do you think everybody else around the world stay collecting sanctions like Pokemon balls, bruv, from America the minute we struck some form of resource? Why do you think this false narrative is constantly being created against other people around the world? We come to you man's countries and you lot just automatically believe that we're impoverished. Why do you think your workers' rights are so bad to the point where niggas are working 3 jobs and still living from pillar to post? Why do you think your education system is so bad? That country is designed to keep humans in the dark, babes. This is why when we are telling you need to travel and go see the world for yourself instead of judging other countries, and humans are turning around talking about, oh, America is so big, why would we leave? That's why we look at humans like dickheads, bruv. But it's not all lost, because the same world leaders who were trying to lie to you turn around and fuck themselves so hard trying to ban that app. They pushed humans in the light of truth, bruv. So now all you niggas need to do, if you really want to know more about what's really going on in the world outside of the bullshit that they're telling you, if you are privileged enough and you have a passport or you have a visa that allows you to travel, fuck that job and go and see the world. Because believe it or not, you niggas for years have been living in the fucking matrix. Good night.
I have no idea how I'm gonna survive. This app was literally supposed to be my way out. So for everyone who's saying, go get a job, I am literally working. I have no more time. I work almost every day doing DoorDash, and DoorDash pays $2 a delivery. I Instacart. I have classes Monday through Thursday in person. My next step has always been to go to the poll, so when y'all see me dancing, do not say a damn thing.
I don't know when I'm going to upload this. I'm working on this at midnight. But right now, TikTok is actually officially banned. If you try to log in right now, you can't get in. That's it. That was crazy. I'm not going to lie. Part of me thought maybe it's not really going to happen, but it actually happened. It is banned. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens next.
TikTok is being banned on January 19th.
Oh, so we should go. Okay. It's been real.
Well, actually, TikTok's trying to appeal it now, so...
Oh, well,
that's kind of promising. You scared me there for a second. I'm going to unpack. The Supreme Court's still expected to uphold it, though. All right. Well, that was fun for a second. I think actually Congress introduced a 270-day extension. 270 days? Oh, we're good. I'm unpacking. I'm taking my shit. But unfortunately, it didn't pass, so... So why would you even bring it up? But now Biden administration is looking for ways to save it. So we're good. And apparently Trump wants to keep it too. All right. I'm loving that. Can't wait to see what he does. But Supreme Court did uphold the ban this morning, so. What? Should I be? But we still have hope because the TikTok CEO is going to go to the inauguration and we're going to.
I can't wait for all these creators to have to go back and get real jobs. I'm glad they shut TikTok down. I've been seeing these comments on TikTok and on other social media platforms. People obviously don't know how much work it takes to grow on TikTok and be successful on TikTok. Like, just because you clock into your job and your boss tell you exactly what you need to do, don't make you better than somebody who has to literally be creative every single day. They have to come up with ideas. They have to write scripts. They got to know how to film the video. They got to edit the video. To be informational. They got to make it engaging. They got to make it entertaining. And they got to do this every single day, multiple times a day. People are coming up with skits within hours of the news. Within the first hour, actually. I can only speak for myself, but I know anytime I'm going throughout the day, I see something or I think of something, I go straight to my notes and be like, okay, make sure I remember this because this could be a good skit. Or this could be a good talking point. This could be a good topic. And a lot of those people who say that stuff, they are the people that fail to become content creators. They gave up too early. They thought it was going to be easy because they saw somebody else doing it. And then when they tried it, they realized, oh, this shit take a lot of work. I ain't going to worry about it. But then they want to be negative, and then they start hating because they see other people succeeding when they couldn't. And then they talk about, oh, I'm glad they got to get real jobs. Brother, this is a real job. Just because you didn't succeed and you gave up, or you didn't even start, why are you hating on somebody else who put in years and years of work to build up and be able to do whatever they want to do and earn an income from it? Why y'all mad at that?
The only thing all 535 members of fucking Congress can fucking agree on is to ban TikTok. That's it. That's the only thing. I heard him talking about raising the minimum wage. Can't fucking agree on that. Heard about talking about trying to keep prescription drug prices low for people. Nope, can't agree on that. I heard him talking about the border. Can't agree. Can't even agree where the fucking border is. But when it comes to banning TikTok, line up, buddies. Bring that fucking Instagram and Microsoft money down here. Line it up here in our lobby. Oh, let me eat it up. I'm going to protect your privacy by banning TikTok. Don't you watch Risa Tisa? Don't you learn how to cook pasta right way? Don't you find out more about the history of this great nation? Don't you notice that this Congress, 250 years after the first Continental Congress convened in Philadelphia, has done less than any Congress in the history of this goddamn nation? No, the only thing this gaggle of 535 of the richest, most powerful, welfare queens being paid on a government dime can agree on is that I can't watch fucking tiki-talkies. Suck my...
So I'm a full-time TikToker who just signed a lease on a 3-bedroom apartment in Atlanta, Georgia, and now TikTok's going to be banned and all my income's going to be gone the day after my lease starts. So let's talk about what's going to happen and what's going to happen to a lot of creators who are in a similar position. First, before I talk about my lease, did you know that there are over 7 million US businesses on TikTok and they're going to lose over $300 million in revenue immediately after TikTok is gone? These are your neighbors. These are not influencers. These are not people in LA. These are your neighbors trying to start something small. Your friend that sells lashes. Your friend that's trying to start a candle company. It's those people. Now, what's going to happen to me? Because also, this lease that I live in now is going to overlap with that one. So I'm going to be paying 2 leases for a little bit just because that's the best way it could work out. And the cheapest moving quote I've gotten was $2,200. And I have a 2025 car that I just bought. So, like, what am I going to do, right? Well, I'm probably going to lose everything. They're probably going to have to seize my assets. Like, they might take the... Girl, please. None of that's going to happen. There's going to be a major shift, likely from what I'm seeing, from TikTok to Meta platforms. And they're already rolling out new monetization programs to help adjust with this, and a bunch of TikTok creators that will have to shuffle over there. And yes, that includes people like me, and also people like stay-at-home moms, single fathers that are using TikTok as supplemental income. Now, should I be scared about my situation specifically because I'm putting a lot of money on the line and risking everything? Yes, but I'm just not. I don't know. I feel something on my chest, just like an unwavering sense of peace through all of this, that no matter what happens, even if it does get bad, even if I do fall through on this lease because my income will be gone in one day, I feel like it's going to be fine. I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I'm capable, and so many of us on here are on here because we are that, including you, the viewer. Like, I feel like all of us will be okay in this, truly, and maybe I'm crazy for saying that.
This app is so much more than just an app for dumb TikTok dances. So when I hear these elected officials literally mock and make fun of TikTok and its creators, I'm disgusted.
The message that I really want to get home to the American government and everybody that is trying to pass this bill is, you will be destroying small businesses like us. This is our livelihood. If you pass this bill, you will be destroying the American dream that we really believe in.